What's up, guys? Happy Wednesdays. Wow, crazy move on SPY toward the end of the day. The FOMC meeting must have been really, really good. Let's see what they said. Market on close and balance was 325 million to the buy side. Powell described transitory as not leaving behind a permanent or persistent mark on price inflation. In terms of inflation, so he's making it a little bit clear what inflation means for people. Let's see what else it says. Oh, it's kind of cold. It was a little cold. Had to throw on the hoodie. So Fed to immediately begin tapering asset purchase by 15 billion per month. The Federal Reserve maintains target Fed fund rate range between 0 and 0.25 on Wednesday. The Fed also said it will begin tapering its monthly asset purchase before the end of November. Very soon, very quickly. Beginning later this month, the committee will increase its holding of Treasury securities by at least 70 billion per month and agency mortgage-backed security by at least 35 billion per month. So we could see some move on TLT as well. Did that move today? That actually came down today, but it could potentially bounce here because the Fed said they're buying it up. Economic projections, the Fed said is taking on a new average inflation targeting approach that may involve keeping interest rate near 0% for a while, even though inflation levels have exceeded the 2% inflation target throughout the year. That's probably why market is so bullish, because it almost sounds like they're not talking about how much they're gonna raise the interest rate. So that's kind of bullish for the market, because we all thought they were gonna increase the interest rates, but over here it says that they might keep it at 0% for a little bit longer, going to 2022 or 2023. So they're saying, like, so far now they're saying like none of them have seen interest rate change until at least 2023, apparently. Whereas before they were like, oh, you know what, maybe beginning 2022 we're gonna jack the interest rate by 0.25. Never enough profit. What's up, man? What's going on? Today was a pretty bullish day. Made a little bit of money here and there. Let's check out what else. Let's check out the market bubble. Biggest mover today was FMC and Activision. Activision flopped so hard. It's like down 14%. So picked up some positions for dead cat bounce there, looking for a move back to previous resistance or support now. I mean, previous support, which is resistance now around 72-ish. Looking for that move to happen. So we'll see. What's up, man? What's going on? Yeah, APPS made a nice move. If you guys picked up that APPS position with us, you should be up like 200%, man. We played both sides. We played the bullish side and the bearish side, but the bearish side went up so much, 200%. It's enough to pay for both sides. So we got some earnings coming up. Let's check that out today. Yes, Winnebago finally moving up, man. I closed a lot of positions today. This was a stock that a few of us talked about on stream. Very bullish on it. We love the company. Had a nice move today. Very nice move. Guru also likes it a lot. We've been playing the run up. So sold some call positions against it. I mean, sold some puts and picked up some calls and sold it already. Maybe we can check it out a little bit later. Ask me to bring it up again around 440 and we look up the charts. Caught the bottom, very nice, sir. All right, let's check out some of these earnings. Looks like EA had a pretty good earnings. Roku. Oh, oof, Roku. Ouch. How is Roku keep dying? Like, how did they keep dying? Damn, Roku, Jesus. Let me read this, man. Why is Roku dying so hard? Down 7%. Whew. Earnings, EBITDA is 130 mil as opposed to 56 in the same quarter last year. Sales is 680 million, miss estimate of 683. However, it was higher compared to last year at 451. So they're like they did 50% better than last year, but obviously I think the same time stock price may have gone up a lot. Last year's stock price was at 206. 2020 stock price went up a lot. Roku says our business fundamental remains strong, but we are mindful that the challenges created by global supply chain disruptions will likely continue into 2022. Oh, how? I'm curious how supply chain affects them. That's pretty interesting. Oh, guidance is pretty whack as well. Roku sees Q4 total net sales at 893 million as opposed to 944 mil estimate. So that's guiding lower. Total gross profit 385 mil. Pretty disappointing. What's up, guys? Buzzer, yes. EA earning did come out. What's up, Fiat World? What's going on, Heavies? I didn't see Fastly yet though. So EA looked like they had a really good quarter. $1.02 as opposed to 63 cents. Sales is 1.83 billion apparently. I think it might have been the same as last year. They did raise their full year 22 net booking guidance. They raised that to 6.92 bill and earnings per share around 2.03. I have to dig a little bit further because it's all funky there. I have to dig a little bit further into that. But so far it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. They also didn't drop as much following that move with Activision. So could see EA run. Could see EA run here. Who knows? Let's check out Qualcomm. What you add to your chart today, man? So let's see. Qualcomm had a good beat, kind of as expected, but moving a little bit more than I wanted to. Damn. So I was expecting them to stay around 140s, but if they moved up to 145s, might not make as much money as anticipated. Right now they're at 144, trading pretty strong. They had a really good beat here. Earnings per share is 255 as opposed to 226. Sales is 9.34 billion as opposed to 8.86 billion. 75.8% increase compared to the same period last year, and 43% increase in sales compared to last year. So let's see what last year's price was looking like. Oh man, discount, man, super cheap. Last year, company was trading around $146, and they're doing even better this year than last year's. Actually, last year was between 126 to 146, somewhere in that range. COVID area, they were around 96. Let me see if I can pull 96 times 1.75. Puts it around 168. 96 times 1.43. Puts it around 137. So pretty reasonable range that it's at right now, between 137 and 168. sees Q1 2022 revenues between 10 to 10.8 billion. Wow. So this was Q4, 9.34, beating estimate already. Next quarter, they think they're going to do even better. That's a monster year, man. Holy smokes. This stock is going to run. Oh, man, it's over. It's over, man. It's over for those call spreads. Might have to close that break even tomorrow because it's going to run. That was a monster guidance. Oh, yeah, MU is pretty trash, too. I'm not sure if SQ is today, though. Let's see. Oof, come on. Come down a little bit more. I did open a little bit of risky dicky position on Etsy, looking for a huge move down, kind of like eBay and Amazon, because they're kind of in a similar sector, but it was very risky dicky, and I didn't really want to alert it. So earnings per share is 62 cents as opposed to 54 cents. Sales is 532 million as opposed to 518 mil. Compared to last year, was a 21% decrease of earnings at 79 cents and 17% increase in sales, though. So they didn't make as much margins as they did last year, but they did make a little bit more in sales. So stock is coming down a little bit. Last year, company was trading around 140s. Obviously, Etsy's been on the tier. It's been running up like crazy. So it's ran up a lot from that, but hasn't really made a big difference compared to last year. So I'm kind of looking for Etsy to maybe come back to like 220s level, I think. Let me see. Buy the dip. Whoa. Got alert to buy the dip on Wayfair. I was gonna look at Etsy. Yeah, so I'm kind of look for Etsy to come back around. I think kind of come back around this 220 area. See if we can open at 220 for tomorrow and stay around there for this week. That would be nice, but who knows? I don't know if it'll happen. Guidance is not that strong either. Etsy's guidance is 660 to 690 as opposed to 689. It's pretty in line, but nothing too crazy. Workhorse, is there anything going on for that company? Are they doing anything? I remember last year there was a lot of speculation that they were going to get a contract from United States Postal Service, but I don't think they ever did. So the stock kind of went downhill for a while. Yeah, I would think. I mean, that's why I didn't really want to short it. That's why I didn't really want to alert it because I thought that, since Etsy is more like local, right? And more like homemade stuff, you would think that it wouldn't be affected by the supply chain issue as much. But then again, I'm pretty sure half the stuff that people are selling on Etsy are probably scams. Like they probably aren't really legit homemade stuff. It's probably like they just order from Baba and then resell it on there, Take-Two Interactive. Earnings per share 9 cents. Net booking is 984 mil. Sales is 858. Missed a little bit. Missed estimate of 865, but they did raise guidance. They said this is a 10% decrease over sales of 957 million last year. So not doing as great as they did last year. Where were they trading at last year? Company was trading around 160 to 170-ish, somewhere between that range last year. So I would say it's maybe fairly priced in this area right now. Probably not expecting a big move from there. MRO also reported as well. It's been having a really good run with the oil company, the whole oil sector and stuff. Oops. EPS 39 cents, beat estimate of 31 cents. Sales is 1.45 billion as opposed to 1.31. 200% increase compared to last year at losses of 28 cents, and 92% increase compared to the same period last year in sales at 754 mil. So I mean, but obviously all the oil companies doing good compared to last year when they had like really bad year. So it's almost impossible for them to not look good. Steve Madden also reported today. Looks like they had a gap up the other day, or this morning they had a huge gap up. What are they saying? Oh, that was from this morning actually. They reported third quarter full year 21 total revenue growth of 52% year over year to 528 million, beating the analyst consensus at 522. Revenue for the wholesale business increased 41% to 402 million, and retail revenue rose 108%. Oof, monster. Gross profit margin expanded 130 basis points to 41.6. Operating margin was 16.7%. They held 259 million cash. Outlook increase. Wow, the company expects a full year 21 revenue increase of 50%. So doing pretty good. I guess a lot of people are buying shoes. Having a really strong recovery compared to COVID, almost at pre-COVID, actually above pre-COVID price at 44s. Pretty good for that company. Good for them. Oh, look. We got Etsy. And we got Skills. Some people's favorite company. Skills earnings per share is negative 16 cents. Lost a little bit money compared to the estimate of negative 14 cents. Sales was a slight miss. Come on, man. Come on, guys. Make that sales. So this is a 14.29% decrease compared to the same period last year, and 70% increase in sales compared to last year, whereas the sales was 59.95. So they did get a little bit more sales, but margins is still getting hurt pretty bad, especially compared to last year, losing even more money. They did, however, reaffirmed the full year sales guidance at 389 million as opposed to estimate of 390. So they said they're gonna come pretty close. Pretty close. What else we got? Right near. Timber Company. One of the biggest runs out there. Huge move. Earnings per share RYN. Earnings per share is 35 cents as opposed to 14 cents. Great quarter, man. Sales is 364 as opposed to 236. 480% increase compared to earnings of last year, and 83% increase in sales compared to the same period last year's. So they're killing it, man. These lumber companies are killing it. Maybe they'll even come back to 45s. Who knows, man, at this point. But lumber price has been going down, so they're speculating that these guys might not hold up. Frisker also reported today 37 cents on the negative side as opposed to 35 cents. Ew, sales is only 15K, only $15,000. What did they even sell? Ugh. At least this company would cover a lot. It was like $10 at some point this year. Does anybody still invest in this stock? Still got a lot of cash on hand, so they'll be okay. They'll be okay for a while. Damn, so much earnings coming out. Hood, let me see. It did have a nice move today. Your thought on that short squeeze was correct. Smart move, yeah, World. Smart move. Yeah, we just took a look at skills before. It wasn't too hot. It's okay. I mean, negative 16 cents EPS is supposed to negative 14 cents. You know, pretty meh. Pretty meh. It's alright. Oh yeah, let's check out Fastly, man. Are we at 60 yet? Oh, we got scammed, bro. Ugh. Why? Damn. So sad. I give up on life. I give up on life. Damn, man. I hope it moves back to 60 tomorrow. So we took a lotto on Fastly and kind of really need that move to really choke on one side, the other side. You know, if it remains like between that 60, I mean, hell, not it doesn't even need to be at 60. It honestly, it just needs to be between 57 to 64. That's where I need it to be. Anything above that, I don't think we're gonna do that good. So yeah. We need Fastly to be between this range of possibly oh wow. Actually, we need it to be in that range for a while. We need it to be in that range of 60s by next Thursday. So as long as staying in the $60 range and doesn't go under 55, we'll be making money. Must had a good earning if it's like moving up like that. Let me take a look. Can't see nothing. Q3 2021 highlights. Top line growth of 23% year over year with revenue of 87 mil. Net of 0.9 million deferred write down. Who care about that little deferred money? Margin is still getting wrecked. Oof, more losses. Oh, more losses. At least enterprise customer account increased a little bit. From to 430 from 408. Total customer count increased a little bit more. In Q2, retention rate is doing really good, apparently 112%. I don't even know how this is possible. Average enterprise customer spending of approximately 698. Oh, they're talking about let me read this. This is pretty interesting. They're talking about losing that TikTok customer. So, to our shareholders, we navigate unexpected volatility and ever-changing market conditions over the past 2 years. But today, we are more excited than ever about the opportunities in front of us. Our foundational technology to enable enterprise developers to deliver fast, secure, and modern digital experience through programmable, and reliable edge computing has not changed. We continue to invest into these opportunities and believe that successful execution will lead to a billion-dollar business by 2025. Wow, they're talking about huge growth potential, right? We have set this timeline as of our primary business goal as we have head into our next phase of growth. Our trajectory over the past few years has not always been linear. We have experienced tailwinds, including the massive and immediate upsurge in internet traffic due to the global pandemic and the positive contribution of our acquisition of Signal Science. We also face significant challenges such as geopolitical factors affecting our then largest customer in 2020, the global outrage we experienced in Q2 2021, and the uncertain timing of traffic coming onto our platform. So, you know, their largest customer was TikTok back then. When they lost that, it wrecked them. We have experienced some volatility. We're more convinced than ever about the magnitude of the opportunity before us. Confident that our edge cloud networks is going to be the future of how content is created, secure, and delivered. Wow. Sounds so bullish, man. In order to achieve our 1 billion revenue goal by 2025, we have set clear milestones and goals. They're aggressively accelerating our customer acquisition through clarity of direction, accountability, and unrelenting focus. Big move. 100,000 enterprise developers in 2023. Okay. How? Do they need that much developers? Macari is apparently using them as well. Revenue increase has been pretty weak though. And they've been losing a lot of money and not making enough money too. So they're losing like 50% more money compared to last year, and they're not making enough. So they're expecting Q4 money loss to slow down a little bit here. But hold up, revenue looks kind of weak for Q4. No, never mind. So Q4 is supposed to be a pretty good quarter, because this quarter they pulled 89 million, spending double the expense. So next quarter they're looking to pull in 90 to 93 with half the expense. So that's going to look like a pretty good quarter. I can see why the stock moved a little bit. It was a pretty bullish earning call. Hey, what's up, Van? How you doing? BKNG. Let's see. Look at BKNG. Oh wow. What did they say? What did they say? Yo, where can we even travel to right now? Like, what countries are open? $77% increase in revenue compared to last year. I mean, obviously, right? Last year, nobody was booking. Mexico, Jamaica, pretty much all of South America, I guess. Somebody mentioned GoDaddy as well. They had a pretty good earnings. Moved up a few percent after hours. So GoDaddy reported earnings per share at 58 cents, beat 40 cents estimate. Sales is 964 million as well as 945 mil. This is a 52% increase compared to the same period last year and 14% increase in sales compared to last year's. Last year, GoDaddy was trading around the same price between $69 to $80. So that's a pretty good move there. Pre-COVID, company was trading around 79. That's pretty good. Pretty discount right now. What was the guidance? Let me see. Guidance is pretty in line. GoDaddy stepped out the comment stage. They have hardware and payments now? Whoa, is GoDaddy trying to be the next Square? No way. They can't do that. Sounds like they do have a point of sales device. Whoa, this could be a big move for GoDaddy. Looks like they're making a big move here. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. I'm liking this report. Oh, they're also repurchasing shares as well. During Q3, they executed an accelerated share repurchase program, repurchasing 3.4 million shares for average price of $72.99 and aggregate of 250 mil. They still have 750 mil left. What's the market cap? 11.3. Not bad. Close to 10% overall. So GoDaddy raised its full-year revenue guidance to approximately 3.76 billion, representing a 14% year-over-year growth. They also guidance up a little bit higher too, representing a 16% year-over-year growth. And it's trading lower than it was prior to COVID. So at the current price of $70, that's a buy the dip opportunity. I don't see why not. Dude, I don't see why not. Who messed up my chart? Pre-COVID highs. So, you know, let's assume like inflation and everything has caused like a lot of stock to be, you know, that should be higher than it is. At the current price right now, we got a little support right here on GoDaddy. It looks like we just hit that support again today as well. That support was around 66.8. Just had a nice move off that. So I don't see why not, honestly, for us to run back to 76 or higher. That was a pretty decent report. I was kind of bullish on it. I like what I read. They're making new moves, a super, you know, super like odd company, and so like not super popular. They're not doing a good job with their marketing, but they're making moves, man. They're making good money. So buy the dip. Yeah, honestly, I don't see why not, because if you think about it, right? Like if they're having 14% plus growth and the company is trading below last year's price, despite like they're counting in that growth, and this is a company that like sells you websites, right? You know, it's not like one of those other companies where they lost money during COVID. Like if anything, they made more money due to COVID because more small businesses are making websites, buying domains and stuff like that. So and then now they're gonna sell POS, like point of sale devices and stuff as well, and trying to get more money that way. I mean, they might also be wasting more expenses as well, but if they are able to get small businesses to do that with them, and process payments, they could be making more money. It sounds pretty cheap at the current price. I might set up a spread for it tomorrow if it doesn't run too much. But it's also a good area to pick up shares at $70. It's already moved a little bit after hours from 67 to 70s, but I think it can move more. I think it even move as high as 76. Pretty rare that I see something I like that. What else are we looking at today, guys? Airbnb moving after hours. Did they even have earnings today? How come Airbnb moved? Oh, willingness to travel. Oh, I'm guessing Airbnb is moving probably off BKNG. That's probably why. MGM. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, Starbucks. Let's go. Let's see where Starbucks is at today. Need to break over. Starbucks is looking good. I think we might. I think our position might come back up to life, man. Um, for our what do you may call it? The put the was it the cost spread position that we have that might just come back to life. See what else we got for today. Damn, it's already Wednesday though. If Starbucks making a move, we need that move to 115 tomorrow. Oh wait. Oh snap, I just realized our Starbucks position is actually not expiring this week. We have one position expiring this week. That's the 115, which could come into the money on Friday with the possibility. And then we have the 114 to 118 for November 12th. And if Starbucks recovers to 120 by next week, ooh, we're gonna bank. We're gonna eat good. Our current positions are usually posted on a spreadsheet here. So you can usually find it on the spreadsheet. I'll share it if you guys are new. MGNI, what is that? They have earnings today? Yes, they did. Advertising platform. Damn, there's so many earnings today. Just keep coming out. Jeez. I'm running out of energy just looking at it. Able ALB also reported earnings today. Earnings per share was $1.05 as opposed to 77 cents estimate. Wow, really good quarter. Sales was 830 mil as opposed to 770. 11% increase in sales compared to last year. What did they do? Oh, this is the largest lithium producer. Our outlook for robust lithium demand is predicated upon increased demand for electric vehicle batteries. Look at the stock, man. 2020, it was trading around $98. Now it's like $270. Every time Tesla moves, I would imagine this stock move with Tesla. Actually, let me see. Let me see if this stock moves with Tesla, man. I feel like they would. TSLA? ALB. I feel like this is like where could use some energy drinks. Yo, so left side is Tesla, right? Left side is Tesla. The right side is this lithium company. Tesla, big move up, came back down. This company came back down. Tesla started this move up, this monster move up here. And this company moved up as well. Big move here. This company's making the big move. Damn, they're kind of pretty similar. Except for over here. Tesla's kind of ran off a lot more though. Wow. Damn, look at this consolidation that it had with Tesla. Like, if I take off this line, and I take off this, and I do like this, right? Just that move up. That's the same moved up it has with Tesla. Bam. Bam. Same squeeze. This is even better than Neo, man. How have we never checked out this company? How? Your lithium ETF is up 15% and hitting the all-time highs. It's a smart move, man. That's a smart move, RB Nickel. So over here in July, it broke out when Tesla was still choking. Now Tesla broke out. What does this mean? Is this the leading company or is Tesla the leading company? Who is the leader? Who is the leader in this sector? Does the chicken come before the egg or the egg before the chicken? What do you guys think? Like, which stock is the leading indicator now for EV? Is the lithium company the leading indicator? Is Tesla the leading indicator? So conflicting. It's a pretty good quarter though. Hella good quarter, man. You said Tesla is the leader, it's the leading indicator. But if we say Tesla is the leading indicator, right? Technically, this stock broke out before Tesla did. So they both had the same highs over here, right? From January 21st, where Tesla made that high over here, right? The month of January in 2021, they made that high there. And this company also made that same high. They also made like a new all-time high in the January 2021s, right? But it actually tested that high a little bit earlier in July, where Tesla was still chilling. It was still chilling, right? And then this company broke out over here. In August, it started to break out above that trend line, that triangle squeeze there. And Tesla actually didn't break out until October, which is up here. Interesting, right? Very interesting. So like, realistically, we want to sit here and be like, yeah, Tesla is the leading indicator, right? But at the same time, like, by the data that we have, this stock is the leading indicator. So if we were to look at the data and we said that, hey, you know, ALB is the leading indicator, and that when it broke out, you know, when it broke out, it came back down to back test, then does that mean Tesla is gonna come back down to back test 1100s? Whoa. Food for thought. We'll find out. We'll find out. Should I put it on the list here? Let me put it on the list here, man. Tesla. Back test 1100s following ALB. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Find out on the next episode. Oh, Matterport also reported too. Yeah, they mainly benefit from adoption of EV. So I mean, honestly, they look like the best investment long term. It's like why aren't we invested in that? Honestly, 5 year, 10 year down the line, there is only going to be more EVs, right? So why not? Like, why not invest in it? Why? 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 Why not? If somebody asks, like, what is the stock that like, you can see yourself buying in the next, like now and holding for the next 5, 10 years, that'd be it. ALB or as RB Nichols LIT ETF. That's a border investment as well. When TTD. Let's check it out. Let's check out TTD. So TTD. Why is TTD not ripping today? I have no clue. Market hit all-time highs. TTD like the trade desk should be following. I'm not sure why the trade desk isn't at $77 right now. It just isn't, but it should be. Did it even come down after hours too? It did. Came down a little bit after hours. And it's like very lagging today. Didn't even move that much. Low of the day was at 73. High of the day was 76. $3 move. I guess pretty evenly with the market. Came back to 75s. Didn't move that much yesterday as well. So they said Q3 is supposed to be a pretty decent quarter. Q2 was 280 mil. Q3 is supposed to be 282. But knowing them, they love to kind of like under guy. So that means that chances are they could potentially like beat the estimate further. So I'm always going to be a little bit more bullish on that. I think I'm also a little bit more biased on the company as well. It looks like they did like get a little bit of a price hype today, saying that there's a price target for $128 for TTD. It's been a pretty solid company. I like them long term and overall. So let me see. Got a lot of lines here. So based on my chart, it's kind of consolidating a little bit here. I'm pretty sure if I could put it on the smaller time frame, we can see that consolidation too. And it's about to break out, man. It's about to break out. You see that on the smaller time frame? It's got another mini triangle setting up right here. And these are very explosive moves when it does things like this. Like and it's just gonna jizz and just come back to like 80 plus. So I would say I'm kind of bullish on them, but it's also kind of hard to play calls on them because I think they're pretty expensive. Let me see. TTD. So if we're going into next week, pretty bullish, right? Looking for the move to $80. It will cost $320. And if it does make that move, you're barely making 100%. If it hits 84. Now, if you want to play alternatively, you could probably do a setup of bull call spread maybe. What is that? 75. Let's say open at 70. Yeah, let's say 75. Say it starts to make a move next week, right? So we'll start maybe even at 80s. How cheap are the 80s? It's not cheap at all. Pretty expensive. Let's see if we can make a move to 80, 78 today. Nah, even that is expensive. It's expensive, man. That's one of the only ways to play it, playing shares, man. But I still have a lot of shares left over from the stock splits. So I'm still holding on to that. If I were to make the options play for it, I'd probably do this one, risking about $300, give or take. Buying the $77 call to 85, because like let's look at it, right? Realistically, if it makes that move, I don't know, maybe not even 85. So how much premium is on that? 82s. Yeah, I might as well go for 85s. It's cheap. So like that's baking for $8 move. So risk and reward is like 2 to 1 almost, give or take. Maybe 1.5. So let's say we're looking for a move back to $82, right? So if it hits $82, after next week's earnings, you make like 124. If it remains above $82, for the end of November, you make about 215. But TTD, man, let's assume that we get like a crazy move, right? Because market's already hitting like new all-time highs. TTD, let's assume TTD hits like new all-time highs, and we make a big dildo move all the way from 80s. Like last time it made a move from 81 to was it 89, right? Almost 90. So let's say we make that same big dildo move from like 76 or 77, all the way back to here, right? 89. Let's assume we make that move to 89, right? So on the spread, if it makes that move back to 89, by next week, you easily pulled in about 100%, give or take. 285s, you're risking 295s, pretty close. 100% is already pretty good on a spread like this with like, this far of an expiration. If you want to be a little bit riskier, you can go with a closer expiration for the 12th, the 19th. But obviously, I always want to have more time. I'd rather have more time than like, than higher risk, because at the end of the day, I'm looking for a directional move. I just want to be right on the direction, but even if I'm wrong on the direction, at least I can get out at halfway, right? At least I can get out at 50%. Or if I bought really close, I don't even have hope. I can't even sit on it and be like, I hope someday it comes back. Like Starbucks, like we have enough time on it that it could come back to 120s, and if it does come back to 120s next week, you'd be like, yeah, I was sitting on this dust, man, and now it's gold. Now it's gold dust. But that's also because I'm a degenerate, man. I just, if I'm getting into play, I want to make sure I have enough time for it to come back to potentially help me out. But that's pretty much it. Did you guys want to see any stocks charted for today? Yeah, always go either in the money or under the money. If you have the funds, go under the money. Go below the money. Why is TTD down after hours? Who knows, man. Sus. It's just providing us a buying opportunity. Just giving us a buying opportunity, man. They want you to buy low so you can sell high. Count it as a blessing. So Shopify had a really good bounce off that 200 moving average here, right? Looks like a double bottom setup almost. So if the double bottom setup was to finish, we would make that move like this to up here. So if market remains bullish, the double bottom setup is generally a bullish setup. So if we're looking for that bullish setup to complete, ideally we're looking for the move back to 1560s, man. Does that make sense? I hope that helps. Shop. No problem, man. I got you. Coin. Let's look at Coinbase, man. You know I like Coinbase now. I'm a sell out. I went from a bear gang on the Coinbase side to bull gang. Very strong move. I like it. I like it. It held the bottom, started to move out, to move upwards. It's almost back to pre-IPO price. So I had a Coinbase calendar play set up when they announced the NFT. Ever since they announced that they were getting into NFT space, I like it, man. I love it. I love it. So I've been bullish on it. Honestly, looking back now, I should have done like some degenerate ass like calls for like 360s, man, at that time. But Coinbase calls is just so expensive. It's like so hard to like pull the trigger because it's like it's like I'm so cheap, man. Like, I look at it and I'm like, oh man, why would I pay, you know, like $1,000 plus for a Coinbase call to 360s, like statistically thinking about it, like my mind can't comprehend it because it's like the play is so expensive, right? It's so expensive and the chance of it happening is so low. But at the same time, like if you think about it, this NFT potential for Coinbase is nuts. It's like it could take them to a whole nother level because Coinbase already, makes money from buying and selling crypto. But now, if they're gonna help people launder money in terms of NFTs, that's a whole nother level, bro. IV is extremely high in the options, extremely high. I don't know. We could even see an ER run, man. Hell, I might even start another play. I'm getting FOMO now that you're making me look at it. November 9th, we still got like 5 days. Maybe I'll do a play, man, back to like 400 plus. Gotta set up the most bullish play possible. So I still think this target is reasonable. This is, original target I have around 350, 360s. The last play I had set up for this was a Coinbase calendar play. I gave it so much time, so I gave it enough time, thinking that was gonna happen by November 19th, right? When I started this play, it was cheap. It was only $100. I picked up a bunch because, like I said, I'm cheap ass, right? I was sitting there and thinking about it. I was like, oh, should I pick up one contract or should I pick up 10 contracts? Probably would have been the same money, honestly. But so this one contract cost me about $95 to set up. If Coinbase goes to 350 or $360 range and it just stays there and doesn't move, like doesn't do anything, just gets stuck there, right? I'll be good. I'll make the money. But if it flies way above, if it flies to like 400, I might not make as much. I make the most if it's stuck around that 350. So this was the calendar play I set up a while back for the Coinbase. It's up 111% right now. Since I started the position October 20th. That must have been when they announced it. So, I mean, at the same time, I guess at least I'm getting data burn, right? But yeah, pretty bullish on there. I can't wait for them to announce it on earnings, man. Yo, Fiat World, I think this could be like AFRM. I think we need to start another lotto play, man. I think this could be like I don't know if you remember when we were thinking about AFRM with the Amazon partnership. I think if they announce how much money they could potentially make with NFTs on their guidance, on their earnings call guidance. Ooh, oh man, that would be crazy, dude. Oh man, that would be crazy. I'm getting mad FOMO right now. I might have to set up a butterfly play to 400s. Because that's the cheapest lotto play you can set up. But yeah, if they announce that, oh my gosh. I think that might even bring BTC up. It might bring the whole crypto world up. That would be crazy. Oh yeah, for sure, man. I will. I'll let you guys know. What's the last stock? Steel. Let's take a look at X. Yeah, you know, and I hate crypto too, man. I hate crypto too, but you know, like looking at it from like making money perspective, that's a huge like money making perspective for the company. So United States Steel had a really good earnings the other day. Stock had a big pop, moved over the 200 average again. Pretty bullish there. It started to move back up. We could potentially see it jump back all the way to the top of the band again, which is around $29. Oh yes, buzzer. I think you asked me about that last night, right? I was looking into it. How much was it? Uh, it's supposed to cost between 57 to 62. If you're gonna go into it, they're gonna give you an option to buy at the bid. I mean, to bid it, right? So if you guys haven't like if you guys never bought like a stock pre-IPO before, if you guys never made an offer to buy the stock pre-IPO before, and you're just getting the first chance right now, I'm gonna give you a heads up. You should probably put the if you anticipate them to have a really good like hype and a really good run, what you should do is like they're saying you can buy between 57 to 62 possibly. That's what the possible target price is, but I would even put a bid to buy it at 72, so that they'll fill you at whatever the lowest price it is, but chances are I'm pretty sure it's gonna run out the gate 70 plus, because it's just so hype. And if it doesn't, just average down, man. Just average down, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like as hype as Tesla is. I don't see why not. But I'm definitely picking up at least 100 shares, just whatever, man. Just whatever. 100% or nothing. 100 shares, 100% or nothing. I'm not gonna sell unless it hits 100%. It's gonna be like the next Snow IPO. But as far as United States Steel Corporation, has had a pretty good earning. They made a lot of money. I think they could potentially move up here. However, that's also going to be depending on how the dollar index is looking. If the dollar index continues to break down, that stock is going to break up a lot further. Ah, shit. IB Nichols knows me best. I got the best paper hands out here. This guy, man, always calling me out. You can't even sell call against RIVN for 2 weeks. 29.43. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna end it here. We'll be back. We'll be back here tomorrow at 4 p.m. to check out some of the other earnings. Man, Roku was ugly today. Qualcomm was pretty good. Almost too bullish for my taste. And we got Square, Pinterest, Uber, Airbnb, Mercado Libre, Peloton. Oh my god, we got so much stuff tomorrow. Skyworks, DraftKings, Coinbase, Friday before market opens. Oh my gosh. So much stuff, man. So much stuff. Such a good earnings week. But take care, guys, and have a good night.